What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. MLB DFS video for Monday. It is June 3rd. It is a normal Monday slate where we definitely see, not the best pitching. 8-game slate, so we're going to go over everything, though. So if you've never been here before, you're new to the channel, somehow you found us, welcome. Hopefully you stick around. Hopefully you subscribe. But we do things a little bit differently here. Unlike other DFS channels, we go through everything. So what we're going to do is we go through all the pitching on the slate, all the hitting on the slate that we like. We look at weather. We look at ballpark factors. We look at everything. During the making of this video, I have simulations running in the background. So every day that the slate starts at nighttime, or the majority of the games is at nighttime, we do 20,000 simulations. So during the video, we're going to give you 10,000 simulations, and you have a choice to either use them or whatever. But what we do is we give the top 20 bats after 10,000 simulations. So if it's something you're interested in and you like to use simulations, those will be towards the end of the video. Also, in these videos, we have giveaways every single day. We actually have 2 giveaways every single day. There are 2 separate ways to win, and you could win in the same day. We've never had that happen before. So the first way to win, like the video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment. If this video gets at least 50 likes and you've left a comment, you have a chance to be picked by the YouTube comment picker for a free week of FTA+. Now, that includes a week of MLB, a week of NASCAR, a week of PGA, and a week of MMA, as those are the active sports that we have. Once we have NFL come back and NBA come back, we'll have all of the sports available. Now, if the video gets at least 100 likes, you have a chance to win a free month, which is a $30 value. 150 likes, a chance to win a free $200 year. Or 200 or more likes on this video, you have a chance to win a $500 lifetime pass. The second way to win, somewhere in this video there will be a keyword. That keyword, all you have to do is comment that keyword, and you have a chance to win. Now, we have 2 giveaways. So in the first giveaway, I'm going to click it. It's going to just pick a person due to having at least 50 likes on the video. For today's video, since yesterday's video had 126 likes, someone will win a free month. Now, even if you had that keyword in your comment there, it is only for the first part. The second part, we'll rerun it. You have a chance to win if you did the keyword for yesterday's video, which was the keyword ocean. So 2 winners, and it re-rolls the same. So we've seen it where someone had that keyword and they were picked for the first one, but not for the second one because it picked somebody else. So that being said, we have a giveaway. We're going to see who wins. Let's check it out real quick. So this is because this is a free month because we got 126 likes on the video. So let's check out who the free month winner is. LG5295. So LG did have the keyword, which was ocean, in there, but it will rerun it again to see if LG will win it again with the same comment. So LG5295, you are the winner of a free week due to how many views we got or likes we got. So we're going to re-roll it. This one right here will be for who put the word ocean or some form of ocean as the keyword yesterday. Jeremy McCall, there you go, Jeremy. Trying again. I'd like to be swimming in an ocean of money. Congratulations, Jeremy. You win a free week. So both of you guys, email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. If you already have an account on the website, let us know the account. If you don't, tell me an email to use and a username you would like on the website, and we will get you set up. So congratulations, LG, to your free month. Congratulations, Jeremy, to your free week of FTA+. So, like I said, in the description of this video is the link to our Discord, which we go through a lot of things there. We go through core plays. We go through stacks. We bounce ideas off of each other. We give out some prop bets that we like too. We've got some things going on there. Also in the description is the link to the article, which is this article right here. So if you like what you see here and you want to see a couple of plays at each position that we do like, check that article out as well. On top of that, in the link or in the description also is a link to DFS Hero, which is our partner, which you can see right here. if you use the link to sign up for the very first time, you go through the trial and you actually get to the actual month pass. If you've signed up using our link, we will know. You email me letting me know your username on there. We will give you a free month on top of the month that you paid for DFS Hero. If you sign up, you go through all of that, and you get a yearly pass from them, we will give you a free year of FTA Plus. Now, that's a free year of every sport as well, not just specifically MLB. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. The more people that sign up, the more free passes that you get. So that being said, we are on YouTube. We are looking to get to 10,000 YouTube subscribers before the 4th of July. If we can get to that, I am going to give away a $500 lifetime pass to the website. Same thing with Twitter, @advisors_team. If we get 10,000 over there by the 4th of July, we are going to give another lifetime pass out. So go check that out. Let's check out baseball for today. We've got an 8-game slate. First game here. We got some weather concerns, though, guys. We got weather concern in New York at Washington, and that's about it. But we've got this. So the game is starting about 25 minutes earlier, or the slate's starting about 25 minutes earlier than what you may be used to. And we do have some ballpark factors to look at. So Coors Field is there. The wind is blowing out to left. Cincy at Colorado. Don't like the pitching matchups there. I'd rather take the bats. It's a huge boost to all home runs. Huge boost, 27% boost to double extra base hits, 13% boost to singles, and 37% boost to runs. So there should be runs in this game with the matchup, the bats that'll be there, and then the subpar pitching that'll be in this ballpark. We do have a little bit of Citizens Bank Park. The wind is blowing all different directions right now, so we kind of got to wait to see where that's going to go. But we've got a good chance of home runs at Citizens Bank Park. And the second best one is the Angel Stadium. It is blowing directly out to left center. We've got a plus 6% home run ranking there. And we've got some bats we want to talk about in that ballpark as well. Top teams to hit home runs. It's pretty close between Colorado and Cincinnati, so I think you want to get both sides of the ball there. Definitely both sides. No pitching there. Rogers Center, Baltimore just has a slight edge over Toronto. Citizens Bank Park, actually Milwaukee, somehow through simulations has a little bit better chance at home runs over Philly right now. We will definitely monitor that moving forward. So that being said, we are going to look at all of the games. We're going to look at all the pitching right now. So it shows Milwaukee does not have a first or a pitcher projected yet, but if we get into it a little bit, come down here. Let's see. They think it's going to be Bryce Wilson. He last pitched on Wednesday, so it should be right around there. We'll definitely see. All simulations are with Bryce Wilson, so if it is different, we will definitely look. But splits-wise, he's not faced Philly this year. Pitching on the road, he's got a little bit better ERA on the road in 3 games started out of 8 games pitched. So, more of the games he just came in bullpen, so they're a little bit skewed. I would not be using him. I would be looking at Zach Wheeler. Wheeler's one of the best pitchers this year so far. Comes in with a 2.32 ERA, 85 strikeouts, which is fantastic. Splits-wise, he's not faced Milwaukee this year. Home games, he has a 1.77 ERA, so he's been very good at home. I would look at Zach Wheeler, but if you're on the same fence of, the simulations are showing maybe we want to look at some bats in this one. The main bats that I would look at for Milwaukee, William Contreras, Christian Yelich, and Willy Adames. Maybe throw in a little bit of Rhys Hoskins as a homecoming because they didn't want him back. Maybe it's a revenge game. Some narratives are there. Some are true. Some are not. I could see that. Cheaper options if you don't want to pay up for obviously the big names of Yelich, Contreras, Willy Adames, Jackson Chourio, or Joey Ortiz are fine options to round out a 5-man stack for Milwaukee if you're playing on DraftKings. Philly, obviously, Kyle Schwarber, more boom or bust, but I would look at him. Brandon Marsh, a lefty here I would look at. Bryce Harper's another one I would look at. Alec Boehm and JT Realmuto are pretty much the top 5 that I would look at for this Phillies if you're looking for some sort of stack. If you need to go a little bit lower, I feel a little bit comfortable with Bryson Stott or Johan Rojas. Edmundo Sosa, I'm okay with. But other than that, I don't trust very many other people, especially in this matchup. I would look at Wheeler in this game, and I'm looking at both sides. I think I favor a little bit more Philly over Milwaukee. But if you want to get under-owned stack, I think everyone and their mom's going to be on Zach Wheeler. You can look at those Milwaukee bats just a little bit. Mets at the Nationals, it really depends on the weather. It's Tyler Meagle versus Mackenzie Gore. The Mets have been very bad. We know this. If you're a Mets fan, I apologize. So we look at Meagle here. It looked like he was supposed to pitch yesterday, and then they switched it for whatever reason. But he comes in with a 1.69 ERA, only 20 strikeouts. Game log, he's had 3 starts. He's coming off a fantastic start against the Dodgers where he only gave up 3 hits, no earned runs, 9 strikeouts, 31.4, but the Mets bullpen blew it. Mets bullpen is bad. That's the problem. 9 times out of 10, if he doesn't get the run support, or if he even does get the run support, the Mets bullpen could come in, unless he goes 9 innings, which he probably won't. They blow the game a ton. Edwin Diaz looks terrible. Good thing they didn't pay him a ton of money. But his numbers are great. He has a good matchup here against Washington. I think people are going to chase the 31.4. I think that's a little bit unrealistic, but I don't mind him. 1.69 ERA at 7,200 is perfect. I'm concerned about the weather. I don't want him to go out for 3 or 4 innings, then there'd be a delay, and then we get screwed out of that money. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I do like him here. But then you've got Mackenzie Gore. He's 9,000. He's got a great matchup against the Mets, who are not very good this year. Pitching at home does have a little bit worse ERA, so I'm scared to use him. I think both of these pitchers are tournament pitchers. If you think Mackenzie Gore is not going to have a good game, JD Martinez, Starling Marte, Francisco Lindor, and Pete Alonso would be the Mets bats that I would look at. Washington bats against Meagle. Honestly, I'm not going to be using Washington. I'm going to fade Washington. You could use them, but I'm fading Washington here. If you want to use any bats, maybe Jesse Winker, Joey Meneses, CJ Abrams if he's in there, maybe Lane Thomas. But personally, I'm on Meagle. Maybe a little bit of the Mets bats, but again, the Mets offense has been very bad this year. Baltimore, Toronto, you got Grayson Rodriguez versus Kevin Gausman. Really, Rodriguez, 46 plate appearances, 256, and then you got Gausman, 122 plate appearances, which decent amount of plate appearances, 276 batting average, 20.5K. My problem is Kevin Gausman has been very inconsistent this year. He's got a 4.14 ERA coming in, which you never like to see out of a starter. Pitching splits-wise has not faced Baltimore, and they are a very good hitting team. We know this. Pitching at home, he's got a 6.20 ERA. So for whatever reason, Kevin Gausman at home is not good. Way better on the road. Basically right around one more start worth of innings, basically 5 inning difference. He's given up 17 earned runs at home, 2 home runs, 27 strikeouts. Baltimore is a fantastic hitting team. Then you got Grayson Rodriguez, who's more expensive, 3.53 ERA, has not faced Toronto this year. On the road, he has been worse on the road, though. So I could see... I think both of these pitchers are probably tournament only. They just don't have good numbers on the road and at home splits-wise. If we are looking at bats, obviously you have to anchor your Baltimore lineup with Gunnar Henderson. Seems like every single day he's hitting a home run. I would look at Gunnar Henderson. I would look at Adley Rutschman. Ryan O'Hearn would be my top 3. Finding a couple of others. So Jorge Mateo left. He was he was bending down to get a bat or chalk or something, pine tar for his bat, and got hit in the back of the head with Cedric Mullins as he was practicing at being in the on deck circle. So I don't know if he'll be in, but I would look maybe a little bit of Jordan Westberg, maybe Anthony Santander for cheaper options. Toronto, if you are looking, obviously Vlad's number 1. He played third base for the first time in like 5 years yesterday. Davis Schneider's another one. Dalton Varsho, Bo Bichette would be the ones I'd look at, just because of how bad the opposing pitchers have pitched at home and away and the matchups they have. Tournament-wise, the pitchers are great. I don't mind them tournaments, especially in an 8-game slate like this. Cash-wise, I don't trust either of them. Tigers at the Rangers, you got Tariq Skubal versus Nate Eovaldi. Skubal, 49 plate appearance, 333. I'm curious if it's just like one or two batters. Jonah Heim's got a home run and a double. Adolis Garcia, two doubles. Nate Lowe, a double. Corey Seager, a double, 4 for 6. So the numbers are a little bit skewed. Not a ton of success out of them. So we kind of look at this. Skubal's 10,500. Game log wise, coming off a great start against Pittsburgh. Not a good start against Kansas City. Facing Texas, he's faced him once this year. 6.1 innings, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 6 Ks, 2.84 ERA, 18.1 fantasy points. Basically, at this price, you're looking for 2.5 to 3 times the value, which we would need at least his fantasy points per game average of 25. He did not get that against Texas. Texas is heating up. This is in Texas. When it's hot in Texas, the ball flies out of there. I'm very curious what the weather is in this ballpark. Let me see real quick. It's going to be 72. Might be, yeah. It's going to be 72. It's not going to be too hot and humid. The main place is Milwaukee at Philly, a hitter rating of 7 out of 10. Cincy at Colorado, it's going to be very hot and humid there, 80 degrees in Colorado, 9 out of 10 hitter rating. So, yeah, we might see more of a pitcher's duel here. It really just depends on which Eovaldi we're going to get. Is it going to be on a pitch count? He was not sent on a rehab before coming back. Has a 2.84 ERA. Has not faced Detroit this year. Game log, the problem is he only went 3 innings in that game through 37 pitches. I don't know if he's going to be on a pitch count. Tournament-wise, throw Eovaldi in there just in case. But again, I don't know if he's going to be 3 innings. I don't know if he's going to be 4. It's very volatile, especially at 7,600. Tigers did just send down Torkelson, which was surprising. He's making a ton. I think he's making a ton of money to be in the minors right now, but he's looked bad. Texas has looked good this year. I'm probably leaning more towards Texas bats. Jonah Heim, Adolis Garcia, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien. You could look at Wyatt Langford, but I'm probably not going to. Those would be the bats that I'd look at there. Tigers bats, honestly, with what they've sent down, I don't know if I trust them. The only ones I'd even consider would be Wincio Perez, Matt Vierling, Riley Green. That's basically it. I don't trust anybody else in that lineup. Could they go off? Yes, they absolutely could go off, and I could be wrong, but I don't trust them there. So tournament-wise for pitchers, I'm okay with. I don't trust either in cash, and I'm scared about Eovaldi because I just don't know if he's going to be on like a limited pitch count like he was in his first game back. I don't know. Cardinals at the Astros, Kyle Gibson versus Justin Verlander. Verlander had a vintage Verlander outing his last start. I believe he had 9 Ks, 9 strikeouts. But again, Seattle strikes out a ton. 7 innings, 1 earned run, 9 Ks, 29.4. He's had back-to-back really good starts there against Seattle and Oakland. So, I mean, Oakland obviously makes sense. At 8,800, he has not faced St. Louis this year. Pitching at home, does have a little bit worse ERA at home. That is the problem. I'm probably leaning more towards Verlander. But then you've got Kyle Gibson, who I think everyone's going to be off of. He's got a 3.6 ERA, which is good. Pitching on the road, he's been way better on the road, 2.9 ERA. Going up against Houston, I think people will be off of him. He went into Cincinnati, which is a pitcher's ballpark, or a batter's ballpark, and dominated the Reds for 6 innings, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. If he could get that again here against Houston, I think he'll be very under-owned, especially at 6,500. You could do a lot of damage at 6,500 with him there. So I do not mind Kyle Gibson. I think both of these pitchers are fantastic. I think Gibson's a tournament pick. I think Verlander is a cash pick. The bats, pretty much, it's for the Cardinals. Brendan Donovan. Let's see real quick. I would look at, Goldie's been coming on lately. Alec Burleson has as well. Nolan Gorman. Those are the ones that I would focus on. Houston bats, obviously, Jordan's been heating up. Kyle Tucker's trying for MVP this year. I would look at him. Diaz, I don't mind. Jake Myers, I think, might be a sneaky outfield option there. Jeremy Pena would wrap it up there for me as well. So I do not mind Gibson as a tournament pick today, especially on a smaller slate like this where the cheapness of his price, it could be a sneaky pick here. Tournament-wise, not cash, though. Andrew Abbott versus Feltner. I don't want anything to do with these pitchers. I want the bats. The weather is just, it's hot and humid. The ball would not be surprised to see 6 home runs in this game. Like, it just feels like one of those games, especially with the matchups here. I'm all in on stacking this game. It's going to be very expensive. That's why we got to find some value. But at Tyler Stevenson, Ellie De La Cruz, Will Benson, Spencer Steer, Candelario, cheap options would be Nick Martini, Jake Fraley. Look at those. Colorado against Abbott, Ryan McMahon, Brendan Rodgers, Montero, Britton Doyle, and Ezequiel Tovar. You could even throw in maybe an Elias Diaz here as a cheap catching option if he's in there. I have even seen some early simulations. Hunter Goodman being a sneaky, very sneaky option. Let's see. Hunter Goodman being 3,800. You got first base and outfield eligibility, so you can go different directions there. We had a run of 7+ fantasy points in a row here. Now he's at home. 2 home runs, 189 batting average is not good, but if he plays, I think sneaky option, especially just given everything for this matchup here. So I don't want either pitcher. I want the bats in this one. And that's basically it. So that's what I would look at here. I don't want either pitcher. I'm all in, 100% in on bats. Could I be wrong? I'll let you know if I'm wrong tomorrow, or you'll know if I'm wrong later. Padres at the Angels got Matt Waldron versus Tyler Anderson. Anderson's been decent this year. He did lose against the Yankees. Gave up not very many hits, but had 6 walks in that game. So we take a look at these. 7,800. 247 ERA, splits-wise. At home, I mean, it's just a little bit worse, but it's not bad. I think this could be a cheap option. Everyone's going to be on San Diego, which is understandable. I think Anderson's a cheaper option here. Then you got Waldron going up against the Angels. Angels aren't the best. Waldron does have a 4.26 ERA. Pitching on the road has been a little bit better. Game logs coming off a really good game against Miami. Middle of the road against Cincy. Really good game against a very good Atlanta team. I think both of these pitchers are tournament picks. I don't think I'm looking at cash. Bats that I'm looking at depends on the bats. Machado. Now, I do like Anderson, but if you want to take these righty bats against a lefty, Machado, Tatis, Profar, and Hassan Kim are the ones I would look at for San Diego. Angels bats against Waldron, if you think maybe they come alive. Taylor Ward, Logan O'Hoppe, Joe Adell. Cheap option would be Willie Calhoun. Maybe Kevin Pillar, but I kind of like both of these pitchers for tournaments. And then your final game, you got the Giants at the Diamondbacks. You got to be announced versus Ryan Nelson, but I believe it's going to be Spencer, or they think it's going to be Spencer Howard. 6,000 out of him. Did not factor in last Tuesday, so it should be his turn. But again, if you've been with us for a while and you've seen the Giants basically last season and a half, there's a lot of times during the day of the game you don't know who's going to be pitching, and that seems to be the case yet, but we're still waiting, trying to see if the MLB app has anything yet. So if we look at the still to be determined, so we don't know. I would be looking at Arizona bats here. Kind of what I would look at, kind of what I've been thinking about when I saw this, but Ketel Marte, Jock Peterson, Christian Walker, Gurriel Jr., and Corbin Carroll would be the main ones that I would look at. You could throw in maybe a little bit of cheaper option of Jake McCarthy or Kevin Newman. I'm probably not doing that. If you think Ryan Nelson's going to be off, Chapman, Elliot Ramos, Patrick Bailey, and Casey Schmidt would be the ones that I'd look at for the Giants. there you have it. Those are the 8 games, the pitchers and the hitters. Now we're going to take a quick look at the top 20 bats after 10,000 simulations. Some might surprise you. And then after that, we're going to look at the batters that have the best 10 out of 10 rating per their matchup. So these are the top 20 bats according to simulations. First, number 1, TJ Friedel. Number 2, Ellie De La Cruz. 3, Will Benson. 4, Spencer Steer. 5, Gunnar Henderson. 6, Candelario. 7, Fernando Tatis. 8, Danny Jansen. 9, Kyle Tucker. 10, Bryce Harper. 11, Brandon Marsh. 12, Adley Rutschman. 13, Kyle Schwarber. 14, Tyler Stevenson. 15, Alex Bregman. 16, Jurickson Profar. 17, Davis Schneider. 18, Jake Fraley. 19, we've got Ryan McMahon. And number 20, Jonathan India. So those are the top 20 bats. So the keyword of the day is Yankees, because they're the best team in baseball right now. Keyword of the day, Yankees. So looking at these matchups, not a ton of 10 out of 10 matchups, but number 1, Gunnar Henderson. Number 2, Tatis. 3, Danny Jansen. 4, Kyle Tucker. 5, Brandon Marsh. 6, Adley Rutschman. 7, Schwarber. 8, Bregman. 9, Profar. 10, Guerrero Jr. And the last one, Ha-Seong Kim against Tyler Anderson. So those are the bats currently that have the 10 out of 10 matchups. We'll rerun the simulations in a few hours. Check that out. Check out our Discord. Check out everything we have to offer. $10 for a weekly pass. Go check out FTA Plus. If you like it, sign up. Good luck on this slate. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.